glad to be going home, huh, Doc?
Yes, very. A little sorry to leave in a way, though.
Think there'll be more trouble on the island?
I think that's over and done with. What I meant was that, well, with all the excitement, I never had a chance to really see the island. You know, get to know the people.
Well, it'll still be there when they retire you.
I figured we might as well start getting your gear aboard. 3 crates and a couple of smaller boxes. Is that right?
Right. Sorry I'm late.
Okay. Watch those cans.
Welcome aboard, Doctor. I'm Myra Russell of the Honolulu Clarion.
M.J. Russell.
Right.
What are you doing here?
Running down a story. You.
If you're serious, Miss Russell, I'm afraid you've taken a long trip for nothing.
You just proved I didn't.
What do you mean?
Well, a man with nothing to hide wouldn't have to be so evasive, and he might even wonder why I traveled 2,000 miles just to meet him.
I guess you're going to find a story, whether there is one or not.
Come on, Doctor, give me a little credit. I don't rate a syndicated byline for nothing. I wrote you a couple of times, 6 months ago.
I remember.
I wrote the foundation, too.
Then I suppose they told you what you wanted to know.
What they wanted me to know. They didn't say one word about your first report on Blood Island.
What first report?
The statement you made while at the hospital here, after you were rescued at sea.
Well, I see you two have met.
Oh, I'm an old fan of Dr. Foster's.
What time do we sail, Captain?
Right now.
I was very ill at the time, Miss... It is Miss Russell. I'm sorry we haven't got more time to talk now, but if you're still on mainland when I get back...
We've got time, Doctor. We're fellow passengers on this trip. Look, I don't want to crowd you, but I've put a lot of time and work into this, and I don't believe that what happened on Blood Island, or what may still be happening there, is your exclusive concern. Now, if you want to tell me about it, fine. If not, I'll try not to get in your way.
I'm sure you won't, Miss Russell. Excuse me.
Cast off the bow line.
That isn't the same village.
No, the tribe moved to this place several months ago.
Why?
Better fishing, maybe. Seemed a bit more friendly the last few times.
Maybe they remember the doctor.
Durangi, isn't it?
He is afraid of you.
Why?
The evil one touched you. The boat on which you sailed away from here sank. All drowned, except you.
Who told them that?
My father and I. We found you there in the sea. We brought you back to the old village. You were nearly dead.
It was you?
My father and I. Now he is gone. The evil one took him.
Hey, what?
Is this your woman now?
No, she's not, and this is a $200 camera.
When I want picture taken, I will tell you.
Ang gwapong Amerikano. Nagpalik siya. At may kasamang babae. Hindi naman yan dating kasama ng babae.
Salute.
I have to talk to Ramu.
I'll get your boxes to Government House. They'll be safe.
I'd appreciate that. I was kind of hoping you'd be glad to see me, old friend.
I have not been glad about anything for a long time. You accomplished nothing by defying the evil one.
If the beast is still alive, I'll find him. Now, I can use your help if you want to give it, but you won't stop me.
The green men have returned.
Why don't you do that tomorrow? Even if you get the transmitter working, the Como section closes at 10.
If you're all that well informed, you probably know I left the Foundation some months ago.
Doctor, you're a sterling character and a brilliant scientist, but this cloak and dagger bit just isn't your bag. Here, I brought this for you.
Milk?
Fresh out of a can. I've had mine, and our captain favors other kinds of liquid refreshment.
Thanks. I thought you were going to bed, if you can call it that.
I am. Right now. Good night.
Myra? It's very good.
Why, Doctor, you'll turn my head.
What happened?
Nothing, maybe. I'll check the generator. Stay here.
Bill?
He went out to fix the generator, Miss Russell. Anything I can do?
No. It's all right.
Nothing to worry about.
No. I'll just go back to bed. Good night, Captain.
Good night.
No one has come here since the fire.
Somebody's been here, all right.
None of my people. I'm sure of this.
Over here. Hand me that flashlight, will you? Stay close. Myra, are you all right? Can you get up?
I warned you about the place.
Well, you were wrong. Evil spirits don't spread eagle people with steel wires or set traps. The house hasn't been abandoned. It's just been rigged up to scare people, that's all. Was Dr. Lorca's body ever found?
No, I told you. No one. None of my people have come here since the fire. The tunnel under the house must have collapsed and buried him.
But nobody knows for sure. And Don Ramon survived. I think we should keep a watch on this place. We could start tonight.
No.
Ramu, look. Don't you see that someone is trying to exploit your fears for a purpose? And they're using the Lopez house. That's why they're so anxious to keep you out of the place.
No. My people would not hear of it. If anything happened, I would be blamed for it.
All right, I'll come back by myself.
No, I'll come with you.
Can you spare a couple of men to guard the government house tonight? Because obviously we can't bring Miss Russell with us.
Oh, yes, you can.
No, look, we don't know what we're up against. In case something goes wrong, at least one of us can get back to the mainland.
Hey, now.
Yes, Captain?
Oh, forget it.
Ramu,
Yes, of course.
don't mention what we talked about to anybody.
Is there a back door?
Circle on around there to the left.
Careful. Don't turn on the light. There are some sharp bamboo shoots over there.
What are you doing here?
I already told you. I followed you from the village.
You're wasting your time.
I have plenty of time. We are standing in the open. Follow me. What is it?
Doc? Dr. Foster?
Down here. Did you see anybody leave by the back way?
No. There's been some trouble at the village.
Is it Myra?
They took her away. The guard outside was also killed. The green men did this.
Did anyone see them?
No one. We don't even know how long they've been gone.
Where would they take her?
I do not know. No one knows where the green men come from. There are no tracks of any kind outside, and the ground is hard and dry.
There's one small chance. Rozek is mixed up in this. We saw him a little while ago at the Lopez mansion. And there's only one way he could have gotten out. Through the tunnel.
she's not with them.
She will be.
Sayang to, puti-puti pa naman. Kailangan pakinabangan ito. Hindi ba?
Oo ba? Sayang eh.
There's too many of them.
Maybe if we picked off the leader.
No, we can't risk it. What do you think now, Rama? There weren't any green men in that bunch.
What do you want to do?
I'll follow him, alone. The captain will go back with you for help. He's got a few guns aboard ship.
And at least 3 men who know how to handle them. Ramu, how many men can you bring along? They're willing to fight.
9 or 10, perhaps a dozen.
We're going to need all we can get. They got to camp in these mountains somewhere, and there's bound to be more of them there. When you get ready to start looking for me, start over there across the stream. I'll leave a trail so you can follow it. Do me a favor, Captain, huh? Don't stop at any cantinas on the way back. I said I was traveling alone.
Have you ever been in these mountains before?
Not these mountains, no.
Well, I have.
Dito tayo magpapahinga. Magbantay ka ron. Tumatakas yung babae! Puro kain ka, babae na nakatakas pa!
Run!
Tinatawag tayo.
They've gone back.
Please don't. Oh, please don't.
Hindi nyo ba inabot?
Hindi, masyado madilim eh.
Bayawan tayo tatlo. Ang iba'y magbalik sa kampo. Maghintay tayo ng umaga. Saka tayo maghanap uli.
sunrise, the men who stayed behind will start looking for us. One of us has to go back to the village and leave a trail for them to follow.
No, we'd lose Myra.
No, the ground here is wet, and it will not be hard to pick up their trail. As soon as you have led them away from here, I'll start to follow Razak.
No, not a chance. You're going back to the village. Look, for one thing, I don't know if I can find my way back here again. And for another, I don't want to take a chance on you falling into Razak's hands.
The risk is the same, whether I go or stay.
Maybe. But I've got a hunch that they want to talk to me. I don't think they'll hurt me. Not now, anyway.
Why not?
Just a hunch. We got about 4 hours till daybreak. Better try to get some rest.
How long have you known that woman?
Who, Myra? I met her the day we sailed from the mainland. Why?
She likes you.
I'm glad to hear it.
You don't care?
You know, considering the time and the place and the situation, you can sure think of some funny things to talk about.
Why? Love is always interesting, is it not? I know about the woman who was with you the last time, and how she died. Do you blame yourself for it?
It wouldn't make any difference if I did, would it?
Did you love her?
Yes.
How long has it been since you were with a woman?
I could ask you how you meant that, but I won't. Now I'm going to get some sleep. I'm sorry. I feel like a fool.
have the woman brought to my quarters. Good morning, Don Ramon. I hope you slept well. Believe me, I know how difficult this must be for you. I cannot pretend to be surprised at your anger. I can only promise it won't be for much longer. How much longer? Depends a great deal on your attitude. You and I both know that you're now fully capable of rational thought and speech. But for reasons which elude me, you choose to remain silent. And really, it gains you nothing. Your personal feelings towards me shouldn't enter into it at all. Whatever you may think of me, I'm still your only chance, as I have been for a long time. Think about this, I beg you.
You're Dr. Lorca.
Yes. And you're Myra Russell, reporter for the not-so-distinguished Honolulu Clarion. I don't suppose it's necessary to ask what brought you to this island.
I might ask what you want with me.
I'm not sure I can give you a straight answer to that question right now. The immediate reason for your abduction was a tactical one. I hadn't counted on meeting your friend, Dr. Foster, again. He is a somewhat reckless sort of person, and I felt that if he was really bent on seeing me, I should give him good reason to approach me with caution.
You may have taken a great deal of trouble for nothing, Doctor.
Yes, well, it wouldn't be the first time. You must be tired and hungry. I'm afraid our guest facilities here are somewhat limited, Miss Russell. But we'll try to make you as comfortable as possible. Razak will attend to your needs.
Doctor, I think there's some things I ought to explain.
We'll have plenty of time to discuss them later. Good day.
Kalat kayo. Sino yan?
Si Larda ito, Ramo.
It's all right.
Where's Bill?
He went on ahead. We must hurry. He's in great danger every moment.
Tayo na. Let's go.
Where are your men?
Dead.
And Dr. Foster? The foreigner! How many are with him?
I don't know. It was too fast. I saw only one man. The foreigner. And my orders were to take him alive. I couldn't do it alone.
No, Rassak. We don't need to send out any more men. I expect Dr. Foster to arrive very shortly. It's a pity. We've never been able to find a good cook willing to work under the unusual conditions we offer. Of course, living comfortably isn't one of our main concerns here.
Keeping out curious outsiders being more important.
Yes? You find that reprehensible, evidently.
I saw a kind of jailhouse outside. I didn't get much of a look at the
We have a
prisoners, but
number
they
of
were-
other equally interesting features here that you'll notice soon enough. All of which will serve to confirm conclusions that you already formed before you came.
And what are your personal views on murder, Doctor?
If I'm caught before I've completed my experiments, or after I've completed them and failed, I shall be regarded as a conscienceless, sadistic mass murderer and be dealt with accordingly. If I succeed, I shall be a selfless, dedicated hero of humanity beyond a shadow of a doubt. And whichever way it goes, there will be a solid body of evidence to support either judgment. Beyond that simple notion, I have no personal views on murder, or conscience, or justice. How is the patient? The operation will go on as scheduled. 7 o'clock in the morning. Would you care to go for a little walk, Miss Russell?
No, thank you, Dr. Lorca. I'd like to rest.
As you wish. It was very kind of you to join me here tonight, and I'm grateful for it. Rassak will take you back to your quarters. Good night.
What's on the other side of that mountain?
No one knows. This whole region is taboo. It is the abode of the evil one. It is...
Just more mountains, that's all. My father did not believe in taboo. He brought me here for the first time when I was a little girl. Between that mountain and the next one is a little plain beside the river.
Well, that's where their camp is. That's where they've taken Mara. There's a narrow pass over there between those two low ridges. A trail that starts about there that leads into it and then over the top. They've got an outpost guarding the path from the top, so we don't stand a chance of getting in that way. We're going to have to think of something else. early tomorrow morning, I'm going to start out up that trail, alone. If it is Lorca out there, I don't think he'd have me killed without trying to figure out what I'm doing here.
And if it is not Lorca?
I think it is. I'm willing to gamble on it. He let me get this far. I think there's a reason for it.
So what's the rest of the plan?
Tomorrow night, just as soon as it gets dark, the rest of you cross the clearing single file, just as quietly as you can, and climb that side of the mountain, about a couple of 100 yards to the left of the pass. Now, when you get to the top, Captain, you and your men go down to the river and cross it. Try to infiltrate the camp and find out where Myra and I are being held before it gets light at daybreak. Ramu, you and your men hit the outpost at the top of the pass and make just as much noise about it as you can. When the action starts, Captain, you try and get us sprung if you know where we are. Still angry with me?
I was never angry with you. Uncomfortable, perhaps, but not angry. But very uncomfortable.
I'm not a good man, Lila. But I don't think I could make love to you without binding myself. I'm not ready for that.
I asked for no promises.
I know.
You are good, and you are a man. I'll be sad for a long time that you are not mine. Better go away now. You are making me uncomfortable again.
The donor is dead. Reactivate the artificial head. You go. It may be our visitor.
Is the doctor in? Well, Doctor, frankly, I was kind of hoping you'd retired.
You never cease to surprise me, Dr. Foster. This is quite an impressive gambit you've opened.
You all right?
Oh, Dr. Lorca's been a most obliging host.
Oh, he's never anything but.
What brings you to Blood Island this time, Doctor?
Well, basically, I came here to gather some more information about your experiments. Your old experiments, that is.
That is, before you began to suspect that I was still alive. After that, you came into the jungle to hunt me down. And kill me?
Hardly that. It never occurred to me to even come this far until you had Miss Russell kidnapped. That's not too strong a word, is it?
It covers the situation.
May I ask why you did that?
It was rather a spur-of-the-moment decision. It seemed a little easier to arrange than kidnapping you.
It might have been easier all around to just invite me here.
Ah, now. You know what a devious mind I have, Doctor. I would never think of that.
I believe you have something to show me, Dr. Lorca.
Certainly. If you'll be good enough to come with me. The three of us survived the explosion of the cave by the merest fluke. Most of the blast was directed outwards, you see, so that the cave was heavily damaged. But as you must have noticed, the tunnel that I had built from the basement of the Lopez house hardly touched at all. Fortunately, Razak was there to help me. He carried me back into the house. Don Ramon, as you know, escaped. Razak nursed me back to health. I had over the years given him a rather sketchy medical education, but enough of one apparently to save my own life. How long ago was that? Less than a year, surely. This is what I have managed to do in that time. About 3 months ago, we finally managed to find Don Ramon and restrain him. That wasn't too difficult. He was more dead than alive. His recovery was slow. But even then it was clear that his predilection for violence was in no way diminished. This is how I stabilized the situation. It took a great deal of effort to obtain the equipment I needed, but it was done. One promising result of this phase of the experiment is that the pernicious side effects of chlorophyll on the body itself have been arrested. In the meantime, the body is alive, but is merely vegetating. It cannot be activated without a guiding intelligence, which cannot be provided by a mechanical device. On the other hand, the Ramon's head cannot as yet be safely returned to his body.
So you've gone back to experimenting with human beings again?
Oh, yes. Your original judgment has been thoroughly vindicated. I'm madder than ever.
It may surprise you to know, Doctor, that I'm not as sure of that as I once was.
Humoring him won't get you anywhere.
I'm not trying to. You see, it's all very well to have principles as long as you never have to fight for them. When that happens in the kind of world that we live in, you're liable to run into a few unpleasant surprises. Like getting your throat cut by the very people that you're fighting for.
You'll allow me a few reservations on that statement, Doctor.
You're entitled to them. The Foundation fired me 6 months ago.
Yes? My information was that you resigned.
Let's say I wasn't offered much of a choice.
Rosser, will you escort Dr. Foster and Miss Russell to their quarters and see to the doctor's needs? Perhaps we can have another talk later. What did you think of that, Don Ramon? Our Dr. Foster seems to have grown a little more complicated, hasn't he? Be as stubborn as you like, old friend. The day may come when I no longer have need of you.
The day may come soon, Lorca.
How'd it go?
What difference does it make?
Well, what did he say?
Oh, he made what he called a practical suggestion. He suggested that I become his woman for a while and try to give him a child. Nothing personal in it, mind you, just mutual insurance.
What?
It came to him as kind of a passing thought over dessert. As things stand, he couldn't very well let me go and trust me to keep my mouth shut. On the other hand, he wouldn't want to have me killed. Whereas if he had some kind of pledge...
I get the picture.
Oh, that's not all. He said that if I didn't think that that was such a hot idea, it would be okay to have a child by you instead.
That's quite a mind he's got. He cuts right to the bare bones of things.
If you're laughing at me, I swear I'll kill you.
I'm not. He's not going to lay a hand on you, Mara. I promise you that.
Well, what was all that stuff you were giving him this morning?
Do you think I walked into this slaughterhouse on the chance that Lorca might have a job for me? Are you as crazy as he is?
You don't have to yell at me.
Well, talk sense then.
Why did you come?
For better reasons than you give me credit for.
I'm too scared to think straight.
Myra, I'll get you out of here. Just don't fall apart on me, because I'm going to need your help.
Nothing personal in that either.
If you say so.
I never thought I could be this frightened. Listen, next time you charge in and decide to rescue some knuckle-headed damsel in distress, you'd better think twice.
Saan galing yung ingay na yun?
Doon yata.
Puntahan nga ninyo.
Halika na. Kambing lang pala eh.
Russock, there's a flashlight in the cabinet behind you. Hurry. Start the auxiliary generator.
Stay here.
Go out and stop them. Russock, kill Dr. Foster first.
It's either jammed or disconnected.
The only thing we've got that'll jar that open is a charge of dynamite.
Set it up. Solid rock in there. There's no other way in or out.
We can talk now, Lorca. Talk to me now, Lorca.
Stop this at once. Stop before you destroy yourself. Get back!
Those papers you took, what will you do with them?
Nothing at all. I hope.